there an issue?
Well, we were called, said you were looking in the detective's cars.
Okay.
The reason why you would be doing that?
Yeah.
Might you explain that to me?
Well, I was just taking pictures.
I'm free to walk with.
Reasonable suspicion
Of what
right
crime?
now, which is why I have
Of what
you
crime?
stopped.
Of what crime?
And I'm gonna gain
Suspicion
your,
of what
I'm gonna get
crime?
your
You're
information.
avoiding that question because you know you done dug yourself in the hole.
Reasonable suspicion.
Of what
It is
crime?
not normal for somebody.
Are
to
you a
walk
law
into
enforcement or a
Are you
normal
gonna talk over
enforcement?
me?
ECKERT. My badge number's 209.
Okay, so can you let me know why I'm here, still here for a moving violation? He told me I stopped. Literally, it was like a half a foot by the line. Backed up a little bit. It was one when he first came up. That's what he said.
What happens when taking pictures of public vehicles turns into a full-blown detainment. In this video, a simple audit in Rocklin, California spirals into a nearly 20-minute standoff where officers confuse photography with criminal intent. Watch as misinformed cops try to flex authority they don't actually have and get schooled by someone who knows the law better than they do.
What was that? Hanging out? What are you doing? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is there an issue?
Well, we were called, said you were looking in the detective's cars. The
Okay.
reason why you would be doing that?
Yeah.
Might you explain that to me?
Well, I was just taking pictures.
What up?
Now I'm recording. What's the issue?
Well, there's no good reason to be up here looking in their cars.
I'm just taking pictures.
Okay, but you're looking in their vehicles.
Taking pictures.
Do you have ID with you?
Taking picture. Yeah, I do.
Can I see it?
Do I have to show it?
Well,
I don't know how all that works, but
Well, it is kind of suspicious that
Okay.
you're looking in the vehicles of officers.
okay.
So yeah, you're detained.
What the
And
fuck?
I would like to.
Crazy. I'm detained?
Yes, because
For-
that's suspicious activity. How do I know you're not burglarizing vehicles or trying to steal weapons out of a police vehicle?
I don't understand why I would be detained, though. I'm just taking pictures. I'm just walking around taking pictures.
Okay.
But what's the...
I just explained to you why you are being detained.
Okay.
Okay. And it's because your activity, it looks like it's possibly that you're trying to burglarize a police vehicle. It clearly says detective parking right here. You obviously know these are detective vehicles, right?
Well, yeah, it's just taking pictures of those signs, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was taking pictures. I thought it was cool that they had their own little spot. I don't understand. How does that equate to me possibly burglarizing vehicles? I don't get it.
Well, because we have, and everybody knows that historically people go look in cars as they break into them or prior to doing so. That's a common practice of people who break into cars. So we get calls a lot of people looking into people's cars because they're breaking into cars. That's a common thing that happens everywhere.
Okay.
So that's why that's a suspicious activity, that you're looking into cars that don't, obviously you know, and we know, don't belong to you. So why would you look into a car that doesn't belong to you?
Well, there could be a million reasons. It doesn't have to be burglary, right? It doesn't have to be breaking into a car.
You're right, there could be, and that's why I'm asking you if there are that you can explain any to me that you have reasons that you would be looking into these cars.
Well, yeah, I was taking pictures
Of the inside of police vehicles?
of anything. Yeah, anything cool that I could see. I was just taking pictures of them.
Okay. Did you find anything cool?
Not yet. You interrupted me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what to.
How'd you get
say.
here?
What was that?
How did you get here?
Why?
Did you walk here? Do you live here?
Why? I don't understand.
I'm trying to find a good reason as to why you're right here in this parking lot looking into the police vehicles. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm walking around taking pictures of cars, whatever, anything. Not just here, everywhere, all over this little area.
Okay.
So is there? I mean, do I need another reason? I don't know how all that works, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I just don't know. I don't feel like there's an issue, and I don't understand what the issue might be.
Let me ask you this. Do you own a car?
What was that?
Do you own a car?
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody was looking into your car, standing on your driveway or wherever you live, would you have an issue with that?
If somebody was looking at my car, standing on my driveway where I lived,
Yep.
would I have an issue with it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd probably come out and ask them what they're doing. But the scenario there is like, you don't live here, right? This ain't your house, and these aren't your cars either.
You don't work here, do you?
What?
Do you work here?
I don't understand why that matters.
You said that you would have questions for this person because they're on your property. They don't live there, right? Mm-hmm. Do you work here?
I don't understand. I still don't understand why it
the
matters.
question?
I understand the question. I don't understand how it pertains to this scenario.
Because this is not a public parking lot. It's owned by the city, right? But it's not open to the public.
This isn't open to the public?
So you're on the police department's parking lot, and your words, you're looking at into cars, looking for anything cool.
I said I'm taking pictures.
Okay.
Of anything that I see that I think is cool.
Okay. So that's suspicious, because if you see something that's cool in somebody else's car that you don't own, so we're thinking that you.
So automatically I'm gonna steal it. Automatically somebody's gonna steal it.
No, not automatically.
That's what it seems.
Well,
that's kind of dumb, right?
If that's how you feel about it.
It's kind of dumb. It's not automatically a crime, like somebody's going to break into a car. Why would I come to a police station and break into a fucking car? Come on, bro.
Why you come to a police station and start looking into cars?
Use your head, babe. Use your head a little bit. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right?
Actually, you were just out at Roseville PD, right? At their
where?
Department. I saw the video of that. Were you that gentleman that went out to Roseville PD's?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so do you understand reasonable suspicion and how that works, and how that gives officers the ability to contact you? Do you know how that works?
Not. I mean, I don't know what that is. No, I'm not. I'm not a law guy. I don't know nothing about that stuff.
But
so
I see the tag, and I don't know what your relation is to the people that have been doing videos like that. But I know
the tag
videos. There's people that are going to police departments, they're seeing what our contact's going to be, they're seeing if we're going to honor your rights, right? And then people review and they give opinions on it, right?
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I've seen those videos.
I'm all for it because you're trying to highlight what police departments are honoring your rights, right?
Okay.
And I'm all for that, and I'm all for educating people. And I can educate you on reasonable suspicion and what gives us the ability to contact you, detain you, identify you, right?
Okay.
Because I think that might be possibly the point of this video, right?
Okay.
So if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. But my sergeant's trying to explain to you why we're out here.
Well, your sergeant's kind of being a little more aggressive than he needs to be and being a jerk. I don't do those videos, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I have never been to Roseville in my life, so I don't understand what that is. I'm just taking pictures of anything I can see. Like, I'm a photographer. Anything I think is cool, I put together blogs. I put together whatever collages of photos sometimes on the internet. It's not that's it.
Yeah,
so I don't understand what the automatic.
I'm understanding. Do you understand why we're contacting you?
Yeah, but I don't understand why I'm detained or what the big issue is as far as that goes, as far as taking pictures of vehicles.
The same thing my sergeant explained to you, where if this was someone at your home, around your vehicle, if an officer got dispatched out there, due to reasonable suspicion, they would detain that person, identify that person, and understand why are they around a vehicle that does not belong to them. That's something that this state allows us and teaches officers and trains officers to do, right? So you don't know about that? That's awesome. That's why I'm explaining it to you. Same thing here. It says detective only. These are vehicles belonging to a detective. It's in a detective spot on a piece of property that's not open to the public. And you're now here on it. Looking into a vehicle, same situation that we're trained on. If you're up on a vehicle, there's reasonable suspicion that a crime may occur, right? I'm not saying that we're trying to figure out
if I'm
why you're
up
here.
on a vehicle, there's reasonable. What do you mean up on? If I'm standing on the vehicle, there's
You're
reasonable
next
suspicion.
To vehicles that do not belong to you. That's all I'm
We're next to. I know, but we're next to vehicles that don't belong to us all day. You walk through the grocery store parking lot. You're next to those vehicles. You ever glance into a vehicle? Somebody sitting there. You look in. That's not.
What's your plan?
What's your plan? I don't know. I'm here taking pictures, and I'm just taking pictures. I don't understand what's your plan.
At this point,
well, hold on. Who am I talking to? The sergeant or the regular officer? I don't understand. Well, now it's a little irritating because you guys, I'm detained for some unknown reason. I'm taking pictures of vehicles. I don't understand what the problem is. This guy's laughing at me because he has an attitude problem. I don't understand what his issue is either.
I'd be glad to explain.
So what is the issue?
So when somebody's looking into the cars,
somebody can be looking into cars for a million reasons.
They could be.
But
So one of those reasons, oftentimes, one of those reasons is because they're looking to break into the car or steal something out of it. That is a very common reason as to why people are looking into cars that
and what indicators do you have to back that scenario up?
It happens all
Me
the time.
looking at cars in front of you, taking pictures. Is that a scenario that backs up burglarizing a vehicle?
Sure does.
It does?
Looking into people's
In
cars
front of
that don't
you,
belong
taking
to
pictures,
Yes.
looking at cars, taking pictures of the license plate.
Is that what you're
That's
planning on doing?
reasonable
Stand here
suspicion
and
for a
take picture?
burglary.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Good luck
If
with
you-
that.
If you want to
Good luck
go
with that.
home and read
Okay.
on that and read on reasonable suspicion.
Actually, I know
or
more
change
about it
them,
than you
you
do.
can.
I know more
said-
about it than
but
you
you
do,
just told
and
us
both of
that
you guys
you
as
don't
well.
know about all the law
Yeah,
and
that
all the
doesn't
stuff,
that doesn't
whatever,
mean
you
it's
just
true.
said
That doesn't mean it's true. You need reasonable suspicion
now-
of a crime. You have to have fact to back it up.
So now
Me walking around a police station looking at vehicles isn't fact. You're dumb for saying, and you are too, for saying that this isn't public accessible, because it is. Public non-secured areas have boundaries. They have signs. They have gates. Does this one have it? It says a detective vehicle. Yeah, only detectives could park here. Where does it say people can't enter in here? This is public property. These are public vehicles. Now, let me ask you something. Do you know how the Supreme Court works? Maybe a little bit. Do you know that the Supreme Court ruled that we can come take pictures of your vehicles, the personnel, anything we want in public accessible areas? Do you know that?
That still doesn't cancel out
It
reasonable
does.
suspicion and make sure
It
that that's what
does.
you're doing.
Because
It
the
still doesn't
Supreme
cancel-
Court told me I
it
can
still
come
doesn't
take
cancel out
pictures.
reasonable suspicion
And do you
and
know
make sure that that's what you're
148G?
doing.
Do you know 148G?
It's whatever you're gonna do, it's still not gonna
148G
cancel out
says
reasonable
that
suspicion.
somebody taking pictures, which is all you have, me taking pictures, is not suspicious, right? Go
It
look
is when
go
you're
look
in
up
front of a detective
148G.
vehicle.
No, it's not.
It's still
Your
under reasonable
detective
suspicion.
vehicle means nothing.
It's still under
It means
reasonable
nothing.
suspicion.
This is our vehicle. These are our vehicles. Unless this is a officer's personal
it's not.
vehicle, if this is a public vehicle,
It's a detective
these are our
vehicle.
vehicles.
Yeah, look,
So there's at the bottom line, at the end of the day, you guys are all wrong and you look like crap. You knew what I was doing and you still made your department look bad.
I
So
didn't make my department
if you
look
were
bad.
walking-
yeah, you're making your department look
No.
stupid.
If you
You
were
accomplished
walking-
nothing
And what's
by
your
doing
name
that.
and badge
It's
number?
Officer Straglinos, and I'm badge number 303. And today you've done nothing but just prove to us that we already knew what you were doing. We explained reasonable suspicion.
Then why are
And
you
it's
still here?
authorized
Then
right
why
now.
are you still
Because we're trying to
here?
figure out why you're still here.
Because I'm taking pictures of your vehicle. Name
Okay.
and badge number.
And just so
Name
you
and
know,
badge number.
Just so you
Name
know,
and
real
badge
quick,
number?
I'll give it to you in a second.
Name and badge
I'll
number.
give it to you in a second. Just
Well,
so you
before
know-
we continue, I got to get everybody's name and badge number. What's your name and badge number?
It's right here.
Right here? My name's right here too every once in a while. If you guys ask me right now, I'm going to say my name's right here as well.
Okay.
So what's your name and badge number?
Right here.
Right here? Another one? You don't know how to identify? Garbage. Trash. Get her off the
All
street.
right,
What's your
Mike,
name and badge
You want
number?
mine real quick? You asked mine first, right?
What's your name and badge number?
Who are you talking to?
You. Right there. The one who said, who are you talking to?
Who's me?
The big ugly guy who's talking to me. What's your name and badge number?
My name's right here.
Your name's right here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with my name because it's right here as well. So you guys should go back to work. You don't have reasonable suspicion of a crime. Me walking around taking pictures of these vehicles. The Supreme Court has already said I could do
It
this.
still doesn't
So you
count
can't
for
turn it
reasonable
into reasonable
There's no
suspicion.
point.
And
Yes,
what
I
can you
can.
do with reasonable
I
suspicion?
can
You
still
can't get my
detain you and figure out
ID.
what's going
You
on.
can't get my ID.
Yes,
You
I
can
can.
stand. Good luck with
Yes,
it.
I can.
Good luck. You ain't gonna get
Read on
it.
that.
You ain't gonna get it. So I guarantee you don't get my ID.
He's not. I know he's not.
So what else are we gonna do here? You guys going back to work or what?
No, we're not
Then you're gonna be
leave.
you're gonna be waiting a long time.
Just so you know.
The sidewalk.
No, I'm gonna stay here. Move me to the sidewalk. Okay, that's exactly. I can be here. Have you figured that out yet? Make your department look good. Act like good cops. This whole we got reasonable
How are we
suspicion
supposed to
because
when
you
come here? You're talking
listen.
disrespectful to us. You're
Well, look what
wasting
you're
time.
doing.
My sergeant-
You guys crossed the line already. I've been detained for how long now? I've been detained for 16 minutes without reasonable suspicion of an actual crime. 148G says I can take pictures and that taking pictures alone is not reasonable suspicion, can't be turned into reasonable suspicion. The Supreme Court said I can do this. Where's your reasonable suspicion? You have me taking pictures of your vehicles. Where's your reasonable suspicion? On top of that, alone looking in vehicles does not constitute a crime, reasonable suspicion of a crime. Could be a million reasons.
Does
So,
constitute reasonable
hey,
suspicion.
good luck, man. You might as well get back to work.
If you were walking
Especially
through
her
Target- if
with
you
the
were
little
walking through
attitude
the-
problem.
You're walking through the Target parking lot looking into citizens' vehicles, not police vehicles, and somebody called and said, "Hey, there's a guy walking through the Target parking lot looking."
There we go.
people's
We
cars."
got one smart one going
You
back
would
to work.
Contact them too.
But it's different because it's detective vehicle, like she said, right?
Like I just said.
Because it's a detective vehicle, it gives you reasonable suspicion.
No, like I just said.
I got
it
her
would
on camera
it would
saying
still
it.
Be,
Send her back to class.
She's right.
Send her back to
Like
class.
I said, it would
No, you're
still
not.
be
These
reasonable
are our
suspicion.
cars. This is my car. See, I could touch this car. I could lean on this car. If I want, I can come sit on this car. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not almighty and powerful because you got that badge and gun. Then stop acting like it and open your mind a little bit. I don't? Where's your reasonable suspicion? And what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Nothing, because you really don't have reasonable suspicion. And these two right here are smart enough to know that. You're not. You're the dangerous officers that we want off the street. Yes, you are.
Are you playing? Like, here's the thing, okay?
The thing is you should go back to work. You're dismissed. You're dismissed as well. You can go back to work. You're dismissed. Go ahead.
You say I've had you.
I just did.
You say I've had you detained for 15 minutes.
17 now. Actually 18.
Have you asked if you're free to go yet?
I don't need to ask if I'm free to go. You have to tell me I'm free to go. You're trying to backtrack. Yeah, you do. Once you tell me I'm detained, I have to stand here until you tell me I'm not detained. It's not my job to ask. It's not my job to ask. It's not my job to ask. Now I'm always welcome to, not when I'm detained, I'm not.
And if I tell you...
Can you move, please? I need to leave.
Oh, you gonna back out? Yeah, I'll move, no problem.
Thank you.
I guess that's one of the detectives there. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. I'm detained until you tell me I'm not detained. That's the bottom line.
You're free to leave.
So now I'm not detained 18 minutes later.
Oh, okay.
And where was your reasonable suspicion to detain me?
I told you that. You're wandering around looking into our car.
That's not reasonable suspicion. I was wandering around taking pictures. Part of taking pictures is looking. There's a difference. You have to look to take pictures. Penal codes and the Supreme Court say I can do this. So what's your reasonable suspicion again? You see this dude getting all mad here.
Because like I said, you're
No,
not detained.
I'm going to stay here until you guys go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here longer than you guys. I promise you that.
That's good. That's good.
So see you guys later. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. Bounce. Buckle and bounce. That was dumb. You guys shouldn't have came up like that. No, you can. You can. You can hang out. I'll just sit here and record, do what I was doing, take pictures, and it is what it is.
It is. Do your thing.
I will. I am actually right now. Just documenting that you guys don't know what you're doing. It's pretty simple. You got a little snapping turtle right here who's quick to try to jump and argue and be aggressive, and it's pointless. If you guys would have came out and said, hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing? I said, oh, I'm taking pictures. You said, oh, okay. We know what you're doing. Remember that? We know what you're doing. So it could have been, oh, you're taking pictures? Oh, okay. We're gone. We're going to have a person watch you. You guys didn't do that, huh? You showed up in force, cars driving everywhere. You guys came out like you're going to tackle me. You detained me like this. Horrible,
like I said,
horrible,
we thought,
horrible. Fail.
And
Fail.
Somebody called about you looking into cars. We had to make sure that you weren't breaking in.
Somebody called? Well, could it have been your dog catcher person that watched me take pictures at that gate as well? So it wasn't a citizen that called. It was, I know that because I watched her call in. I watched them call in. I watched your dog catcher call in. I'm not dumb. I seen them. They watched me. They sat there, and then I came in here, started looking at vehicles, and they watched me as they drove by. So, anyways, there goes the other guy, the aggressive
so
one.
Obviously, you're just playing a game, so that's cool.
So yes, go back to work. There you go. See you guys later. Get her some more training. She needs a little bit more. No, you need a little more. I would have been super cool with you if you weren't pulling all that nonsense. Then why were you acting like that? I think you got pretty girl syndrome. Because you're pretty, you act like that. That's the problem. See you later, babe. You guys are dismissed. See you guys next time.
If looking at a car is all it takes to get detained, then every parking lot in America is a crime scene. This video is a reminder that you don't need permission to exercise your rights, but you do need courage and knowledge to defend them. Like and subscribe if you agree. The camera is mightier than the badge when truth is on your side. When a citizen politely informs city officials and police that he's filming for a story, you'd expect transparency, not tyranny. But instead of getting cooperation, he gets demands for ID, unlawful detainment threats, and a cop who thinks not normal is a crime. In today's video, things escalate fast, and the thin line between law enforcement and ego becomes crystal clear.
This is over.
It is.
All right.
Y'all can go back inside.
You have a wonderful day.
I will. I promise I will do my best. Go ahead, follow suit, partner. Bye.
You still haven't identified.
Go, and I'm not going to.
Why?
I'm not going to. Follow suit. Holler at your partner.
Because the chief said so.
No, because I'm telling you to. Bye.
No, you don't tell me anything.
I bet you're going to go in that door.
You have a nice
area. My name is David, by the way. Just want to introduce myself. I do have y'all on film right now. The doors that are open in this hallway, if you don't want access inside the door, can y'all close it, please? Because I'll be walking up and down this hallway, and then I'll be outside in the parking lot. I just don't want any sensitive information to be seen, but I will be kind of in and out of this hallway here. If y'all don't mind shutting those doors for me. No, ma'am. I just showed up today.
Okay, let me ask the mayor, make sure everything's good.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What is that for this door or for this hallway? The hallway? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so we're going to honor this sign here. And also, while I'm here, I'm also going to be doing their police department. This is their police department here. Entrance door is over that way. I'll be doing that here shortly. But I wanted to start in City Hall and be very gracious and generous and nice to those sweet young ladies in there. Hopefully this turns out well. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, I was just coming to let you know that I'll be in the parking lot out here filming. No, it's all right. Hey, I'm in the area putting a story together. Just want to let y'all know that I'll be out in the parking lot filming a little bit in the cars and around the parking lot where I'm allowed to get into. And I just want to let y'all know that I'll be out there.
Who are you with?
I'm with myself. There's no one else with me. I work for myself. I just want to let y'all know that I will be out in the parking lot. I just didn't want nobody to see me on the camera and kind of freak out about it. Just want to come let y'all know that I'll be out in the parking lot. Just getting information together on certain cars out here and certain police in the area. That's all.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Putting an article together. Putting an article together out in the area. Article together of these cars out here. I was inside City Hall. She said she let the mayor get back with me, but I just left and came over to the police department. Spoke to the lady out front and told her I'd be out here just taking a few photos of the license plates, the tags, the inside of the cars, just trying to see the upkeep of them.
Okay. Do you have any identification on
I do not.
Okay. I need to see
I left it all in the car.
know who you are when you're out here casing my place. I don't know what you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm just filming. That's all.
Okay. But you say that, but I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I mean,
Okay. I mean, why are you out here filming police cars and looking in the police cars and tags and stuff?
Just for general public knowledge. That's all.
Okay, I need to see some kind of identification.
I don't have any on me.
Kind of identification.
I don't have any on me. Can I have your name?
Yeah, you can step right over here in my car. I'll give you my name and I'll get yours. Okay?
Well, who are you?
I'm Sergeant Peavy.
You're a sergeant. Is there an officer above you?
Huh?
Is there an officer above you?
The chief of police.
Chief of police. Okay.
You want to talk to him too?
You might want to go get him.
Okay.
Because you're
Go tell Chief.
you're above your jurisdiction out here, partner.
No, sir, I'm not.
I can show you that. I can tell you.
Don't walk off.
Well,
No, sir. Right
first
now,
off, I'm free to walk where.
Reasonable suspicion
Of what
right now,
crime?
which is why I have
Of what
you
crime?
stopped.
Of what
Okay,
crime?
And I'm gonna gain
Suspicion of what crime? You're avoiding that question because you know you done dug yourself in the hole.
Reasonable suspicion.
Of what
It is
crime?
not normal for somebody.
Are
to
you a
walk
law
into
enforcement or a
Are you
normal
gonna talk over
enforcement?
me,
I
or
can.
Would you like me to explain it
What,
to you?
no, see, you're digging yourself in the hole
like
now.
me to explain
It's
it
not
to you?
normal. So you're telling me that every law that's written in the U.S. has to be normal in order to be a.
No, sir.
Okay, then you
I'm
just
telling
answered
you
your
this
own
is
questions.
Reasonable suspicion,
Of what
and
crime?
I'm going to identify
Of what
you.
crime? There's no crime here. You just don't like my camera.
Would you like me to explain?
I
it
don't
to you?
want to like anything.
If
I
you'll
just
stop talking. I'll explain.
You're
it
right.
to
I'm
you.
gonna stop talking because I'm
You've
keeping doing what
asked
I'm
me.
doing. All right,
No,
bye.
you're not going
You
anywhere
can,
right now.
you cannot
Not
restrict
until I
my.
identify
You
you.
can't restrict my movement in this public area. You can't do
Absolutely,
it. No,
I can
you
at the moment.
You cannot.
You're not
The
under
Supreme
arrest, but
Court.
you are
Okay.
being detained until I find out. who
Detained
you
for
are.
what crime? Tell me that. And after you answer that
Until I
question,
find out what you're
after
doing.
you answer that question, tell me and tell my attorney what crime you're detaining me for.
Well,
Let me hear.
Your
it.
attorney got nothing to do with
No,
it.
no, no.
That's
No.
between you and your
He
attorney.
has
I
it. No,
don't
no,
care
no.
about
Between you and my attorney. You're gonna call
I
Justice
need to
Department a
know
lot of
why
money.
you're out here
I don't have to
filming
tell
police
you a
vehicles.
damn thing.
Huh?
Are you the chief? How you doing out here, brother? Can I talk to you, sir? Because this officer here is irrational. I'm David. Nice to meet you, brother. Yes, you are irrational. I'm David. Nice to meet you. I'm doing a little filming out here in the parking lot. Not only has he threatened to detain me, and his suspicion is it's not normal. My question to him was, is it normal or is it illegal? He said it's not normal. I said, sir, I've broken no law. I'm filming. I'll be on my way. He told me I was detained.
What I want you to do is I would like for you to at least look at that yellow sign that's on the building over there.
Did I
see what it says? Authorized personnel only.
In this parking lot or down there?
It's this whole section because
So
this
why
is
isn't
where
it?
they drive through here?
So why isn't they
because
their
of
sign there?
Hurricane Michael, actually, we haven't had a chance to put all the signs up.
So until that sign is put up, there's no sign here for me to abide by.
The other question that we had, there was a concern actually that
Yes, sir.
prompted us to actually talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Out here in the public, there is no expectation of privacy. We all understand.
Can you
that.
tell him that there, please?
He understands that
no,
as well.
I would love for you to. I would like for you to tell him that on camera,
What I want
please.
you to understand is that when we as law enforcement officers get calls from the general public, all right, it is our job to go out and find out what's going on. You know, if a person's carrying a television at 10 o'clock at night down the street, that's not normal behavior.
But is it illegal?
Okay. So that gives us the right to at least talk to the individual to determine if they are committing a crime or have committed a crime.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay?
So after he talked to me,
Let him finish.
can I talk, please? Because you've said more than enough to answer all his questions.
Okay.
You said that y'all are obligated to come talk to find out there's a crime being committed, correct? So with that being said, let's go back to you. Is there a crime being committed? No, but I want to talk to you. I want to talk to him first. Is there a crime being committed right now?
I don't know yet.
You don't
That's what
know
I'm
that.
trying to determine.
So what crime do you see? There's a camera. There's a man in a parking lot. Where's the crime? You won't answer that because you don't put your foot in your mouth, you idiot.
We received a call in regards to you videotaping.
Yes, sir.
In a building.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the question is, and the concern is that was an individual casing this place for a potential robbery? Okay. So that is how the call came out.
You're joking, right?
No, I am not joking at all.
Those sweet
and you
ladies.
have to understand, what is today's date?
Those
Today
sweet ladies.
September the 12th.
The day after 9/11, and my heart goes out to every family that lost a loved one.
So some of these individuals are still edgy.
So those
about
sweet
it.
ladies
So
called
when
you
have
after
an
I talked to
individual-
them.
When you have an individual that comes in and videotapes and tries to go into areas that are for authorized personnel.
Well, I didn't walk. I asked him. I said, "Hey,
I
listen,
understand.
I'll be down this hallway." She
Okay.
said, "No, there's a sign there." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I won't go past that sign."
That is what prompted us to engage you in conversation to
Okay.
find out if what your intentions were. If you're just going around filming, by all means, have at it.
Don't tell me that. Tell him that, please.
He's aware of it.
No,
Okay?
I want you to
He's one
listen.
of my employees.
Honor your oath
my
and
number
tell.
guy.
Listen, honor your
All right?
oath and tell this man that I am allowed to film as long as I stay well within a publicly accessible area. Please tell him that. Tell him.
He's aware of that.
I want you to
He
tell him,
knows
please.
that.
Make me
Okay?
feel better. You're a public servant. Please serve me.
He just heard me say it.
But I want you to tell him.
I'm not going
I
to
want
go
you
into
to tell
that.
him.
Okay?
So you won't correct your officer in public.
No, I'm
You
not
won't
saying
correct
that I'm
your-
not correcting
Well,
him.
can you tell him, please?
He knows because I just told him.
I want to document you telling your sergeant. I want you to document
just like everybody on YouTube knows the same thing.
This
that I
isn't
just
going to
told you.
YouTube. This is going to the local news media because that is unbelievable that he's going to tell me that suspicion of me filming is enough to detain me, and you're going to allow him to tell me that?
I asked
Yes.
You know you did.
I am going to allow him to do that because I explained to you the circumstances.
But was there a law
We
being-
received a call by the general
How you doing,
public.
buddy?
I have the right to find
So
out
we
who
have
you
the
are, what you're doing.
You don't have that right.
the
I got a Fourth
obligation-
Amendment right to protect me from you.
Okay.
I have a Fourth Amendment right to protect me from idiots like you.
All right.
I have a
Now-
right.
Now, let me explain something.
No, I'm not insulting.
There's no
The
reason
truth.
to
No,
insult
I got a First
okay?
Amendment right that allows me freedom of speech.
All right. So
It is on video, and the whole world's gonna see it. Okay, and I hope your family doesn't watch social media because they're gonna
this
see
is
it too.
over.
It is.
All right.
Y'all can go back
You
inside.
have a wonderful day.
I will. I promise I will do my best. Go ahead, follow suit, partner. Bye.
You still haven't identified.
Go, and I'm not going to.
Why?
I'm not going to. Follow suit. Holler at your partner.
Because the chief said so.
Holler. No, because I'm telling you to. Bye.
No, you
I'm-
don't
I'm-
tell me anything.
I bet you're gonna go in that
Okay,
door.
You have a nice
I bet
day.
you're gonna go in that door.
You have a nice day.
I promise I will. Please leave. You're harassing me now. I've done nothing wrong. Please leave.
There's no need.
I'm not upset, but tell your sergeant to swallow his ego here and just leave.
No, the thing is
Tell your sergeant to swallow his ego and
I'm
leave.
asking you now, all right?
To do what?
We are de-escalating.
And I'm trying to
You
de-escalate. No.
unfortunately,
I'm
are
de-escalating.
bringing it back
How?
up because you're trying to belittle this
How?
individual.
No.
okay? So
His ego
it's
is in effect.
over.
And now your ego, because you're
it's
telling me I'm
over.
belittled. Okay, it's over. All right, I'm done
just saying
talking.
that you're
Okay.
creating a scene out here.
I'm not
It's
creating a scene.
necessary.
Y'all came out here.
Have a
Adios.
wonderful day.
Thank you. I will try.
An even better weekend.
I will. Please, y'all be safe out there, all right?
This is why knowing your rights isn't optional. It's essential. When ignorance wears a badge and authority is mistaken for law, you need to be calm, firm, and informed. Never let someone's ego override your constitutional freedom. Like and subscribe if you believe cameras shouldn't be handcuffed, and neither should truth. What starts as a basic traffic stop for a license plate cover and a minor lane violation quickly spirals into an aggressive attempt to force a roadside sobriety test, despite zero signs of impairment and full legal compliance. As this DoorDash driver calmly defends his rights, the officer's narrative keeps shifting and the pressure intensifies. What are your rights when polite turns into pushy?
Well, my registrations for August. Yeah, so
I'm saying the license plate, right? So you have a tinted cover on it. So I couldn't really see as you're passing me.
Really?
And I couldn't really see it.
I have lights back there during the license plate.
Yeah, no, but it has like a cover on that kind of like fades it out. So
That was the first time I ever heard it. No problem. It's okay.
All right.
I'm just door dashing.
You door dashing?
Yeah, I come out here every night. I see y'all in the parking lots every night, so I'm usually aware of everything. So
No, yeah, I understand.
no problem.
I just got a question. So I can smell marijuana. Is there any marijuana in the vehicle?
No, I smoked earlier while I was on break. I'm a patient as well.
You're a patient? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so you have a medical marijuana card?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
No problem.
About how long ago did you smoke?
This was like 3 hours ago. What time is it now? Like probably like 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah.
All right.
No problem.
I'll be right back, sir. All right.
All right. Thank you.
So since you did say you smoked about 3 hours ago, would you be willing to submit to some field sobriety tests just to make sure you're okay to drive? And if you pass the test, you're good to go.
Not really. I'm not drunk. It's not like I'm drunk.
No, I know, but like when I was approaching you, I saw you go over the side line a couple times. Just want to make sure you're good to go.
It wasn't a couple of times, officer. It was one time. I told you I went over about a foot, and I
No,
just
it was
backed
not.
up.
It was on. It was right on the Lancaster and Armor right here. So
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of an order. Like if I back out this video, like I'm literally on an order. So the
I know. It won't take
sobriety.
that much of your time.
Yeah, I'm okay, officer.
I just want to make sure you're good. All right.
Yeah, I'm good, officer.
Not gonna submit to it.
Nah, it's gonna take too much time. I'm in the middle of an order. Like I respect your job, and like I say, I come up here every single day.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not trying to harass you.
I do. No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like if I had more time, maybe I would have entertained it, but not today, officer. I gotta go. You'll see me after this, cause like I said, I come up and down Lancaster all morning.
Yeah.
Till like 5, 6 a.m.
All
right. Can y'all get the light on my eyes? Cause I got this one, and then I got you with the flashlight. So two things. You keep saying multiple infractions.
I told you. So, like I said at church
again, what I was going to say was I stopped 6 inches, a half a foot past the line, and I just reversed. You're saying you think I'm impaired because I smoked marijuana as a patient 3 hours ago.
I know, but even as a patient, you can't smoke and drive.
I didn't smoke and drive. That's what I'm saying. I was home.
3 hours ago, right?
I was home.
But then you drove within those 3 hours.
There's no limit on how much time you could smoke and then drive. It's not like I'm drinking and I have alcohol. You see what I'm saying, officer? Like, I'm grown. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to make y'all job difficult. I respect you. I respect you. I respect what y'all do. Again, I noticed the Ave all night. I see y'all all night in the parking lots. I understand what y'all do. Trust me. I don't even drive when I'm tired. I literally park up. I was at the Wawa last night and slept for 3 hours. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a daughter, a 3-year-old. You can see my car seat. Sometimes I'm with her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just out here, got a messed up truck with the engine, driving to make my money, make sure my daughter cool, make sure I can pay my bills. I got a company that's a legit company.
Yep.
So I advertise my company. I'm not out here, disrespecting the law. I'm not out here with drugs or weapons. I know what y'all want to find, but that's not what I got. Just because, you see somebody, they might have smoked a little marijuana. I know a 68-year-old white lady that smokes marijuana. You see what I'm saying? And she drives. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not doing nothing illegal. I feel like y'all singling me out. If I back out this video, I'll show you I'm in the middle of a delivery.
I'm not trying to single you out, man. I promise you.
That's how I'm feeling.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I need you to step out of the vehicle for right now, okay?
For what?
Because we're going to do some sobriety testing for you.
I told you I don't want to do sobriety test.
I'm telling you to step out of the vehicle and do it.
First you asked me, now you telling me.
Yeah, I was asking you if you would be willing to do it.
And I said
now
no.
I've told you about the one on Lancaster Church when you went over the line just a little bit.
That's a that's a traffic violation, sir.
It's a moving violation, right?
Yeah.
And then you had one on Ardmore Ave in Lancaster right here when you went over the side.
You see, now you're talking about two different things. I told
you that earlier.
We said one thing originally.
I said on the original.
I have a recorded, officer.
Okay, that's fine. You can hear me say it multiple times.
We said the one, and I told you I backed up a half a foot. So now you're saying I had two.
It smells like marijuana in the vehicle,
so if you're going to give me a ticket, give me a ticket.
As far as step out of the vehicle.
For what, officer?
You're doing sobriety testing. Come on.
I don't want to do a sobriety test,
Where
officer.
are you going to?
Well, can you call the sergeant then?
I can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. 2015.
Because I'm not even trying to make y'all job difficult, but it's like racial profiling.
When you get a chance, you can come on my traffic stop. Come speak to the supervisor. I understand.
So now there's a couple violations on top of that. Now they asked me if I want to do a sobriety test, but now they're telling me I have to get out to do a sobriety test. For a moving violation. And it's cold. Cold. 3 in the morning. Like, come on, bro. In the middle of a delivery. Ridiculous. I'm gonna put my windows up because it's cold. Y'all obviously could see.
No, it's alright. You can keep them down for right now, right?
This is ridiculous. 2 moving violations. First you asked me and now you want to tell me I had to come up. Make no sense. That's how y'all do it, though.
Well, the thing is, if you pass this ride test, you're free to leave.
I'm free to leave now.
No,
I'm supposed to just have tickets.
No, you're not.
You're supposed to just run my stuff and give me a ticket. Why not? So you keeping me detained?
Yes.
For what?
Because I want to make sure you're safe to drive.
I'm telling you, I'm safe to drive.
Well, you admitted to me that you smoked marijuana
3 hours ago.
Yeah.
You don't
know
know
how long it stays in your system?
How long?
About 4 hours.
You're a medical marijuana professional.
No, but I've had a couple of arrests because of marijuana.
Bro, that stays in your system for longer than that, bro.
Yeah,
and you don't want to be. Come on,
tests,
bro.
right?
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Hours.
No, you can't. You don't even know what I smoked. My dose is only 2 drags. 2 drags only last an hour. Trust me. If I would have been smoke cool now, I would have been way more calm. Y'all messing with my anxiety. Y'all got the lights on me. You got a light in my face. You got that light in my face. It's cold. You got him. I don't know what he doing. What's your name and badge number?
Officer Joseph Baird Shields, badge number 38.
What's your name and badge number?
Watson, badge number 73.
Thank you. So you just gonna keep your light in my face?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna put my windows halfway up because it's cold.
You wanna roll the windows down? Come on. Roll the windows down. Come on.
You can see. I can see. It's cold.
All right, let me see your hands. Keep them on the same level. Thank you.
15 on clearly interlow and 227.
Because at this point, y'all harassing me.
My supervisor's on the way, all right?
Yep. I'll wait. I'm gonna take my seatbelt off because I don't even feel safe at this point. Just took my seatbelt off.
Okay.
Shit got me hot, bro. Can I get my paperwork, please?
It's in the car right now.
Doing what? Collecting dust?
Yeah.
Field sobriety test. For weed. Well, they supposed to just give me a ticket. Give me a ticket for whatever you want. Field sobriety test. How the hell you even do a field sobriety test for marijuana? Can you explain that? Maybe I'll do it.
So you got the normal field sobriety test, right?
Nope.
For like for standard DUI, usually alcohol impairment, right? Then you have what's called A-Ride. And that's what tests for.
You're not answering my question.
We're going to need to know for a...
Let's explain it, right? So they have A-Ride, which tests for impairment of marijuana.
Again, you ain't tell me what's the test. What do you do? How do you test for marijuana is what I'm asking.
The other officer's going to perform the test for you, all right?
Who? You just wanted to do it.
Yeah,
so ask him. So ask him. What's the field sobriety test for marijuana, officer? How do y'all see if somebody is impaired, so high that he can't drive?
There's several.
I'm asking you. Want me to do it when he first asked me? Now he's telling me. So what's the difference? How you go from asking to telling me? So what's the test, officer?
There's several. There's the Romberg balance test.
For weed?
Mm-hmm.
A balance test. You know you're not supposed to hold me for a certain amount of time on a traffic violation, right?
No.
Okay. I'll let you know now. I'm one of them that know my rights.
What's up? What'd you say?
I say I know my rights, officer.
Okay. I'm glad. You should know.
It's fucking freezing. Like 3 in the morning. Fucking sober as can be, talking about I'm impaired. Just because they think they're gonna find something. Boy, it was my anxiety, bro. Y'all got me hot today. But it's cool.
What do you have anxiety about?
I got anxiety, period. Dealing with y'all, dealing with everything. Life itself. What, you a doctor now, too?
What's up?
What, you a counselor, a doctor or something?
I'm trying to make conversation.
Nah, I don't want to conversate.
All right.
I want my paperwork.
Okay.
And I want a supervisor. I asked where he at.
Yeah, no, he's on his way.
Okay. You could get that flashlight on my face.
Yeah.
You bored today. Yeah, because now you got me mad. You bored today. Make sure you on YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
This the shit I was waiting for, y'all. Told y'all it was gonna happen. What you think, you're gonna find some guns or something? What you think, you got a big one?
Nope.
Stopping a hard-working business owner that's door dashing at 3 in the morning because y'all don't got nothing else to do? I see y'all pulling people over all the time. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I ain't on probation, parole, nothing. Y'all wanna fuck with me. Shit crazy. What is real criminals out here?
I'm not doing it to mess with you. I'm literally just doing it to make sure you're okay to drive.
And I'm telling you, I'm okay.
I know you're saying that, but...
What you mean? So you calling me a liar?
No, I'm saying I just want to make sure.
I'm in the middle of a DoorDash, sir, and you're holding me up. I want to go.
Okay. Well, my supervisor's going to be...
I don't want your supervisor. I want to go.
Well, you're not free to leave.
So you're keeping me detained?
Yes.
For a moving violation?
For multiple.
First it was 1, so how many moving violations? How many?
I told you 2.
So what were they? Tell me. Tell the camera.
Lancaster Church.
What was the moving violation, sir?
Lancaster Church.
What was it?
All right, so it was a solid red light.
Mm-hmm.
Over the solid white line.
A white line.
Up, right.
Okay.
Then you drove past Ardmore and Lancaster. Right.
Mm.
And as you're driving through there, you went over a solid white
Lies.
line.
Lies.
It's not lies.
Lies. And I'm supposed to have a ticket and be gone by now.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Sarge. Let me put the window down for you. I was in here cold. Shaking like a leaf. Okay. Yes, sir. What's your name and badge number?
It's Eckert, E-C-K-E-R-T. My badge number's 209.
Okay, so can you let me know why I'm here, still here for a moving violation? He told me I stopped. Literally, it was like a half a foot by the line. Backed up a little bit. It was 1 when he first came up. That's what he said. Now he's telling me it's multiple. Now he's telling me he want to do a sobriety test. He asked me. I told him no. I'm in the middle of a DoorDash. Then he's coming back telling me I have to. So what are we doing here, Sarge?
Well, I just got here. I didn't get to speak
I
with
like
the
your
officer
area
at
too,
all.
brother.
So I only talked
Cool
to you
as
thus
shit,
far.
man.
If it's okay, I'll speak with him. I'll try to figure out what's the context of everything and then come up and speak to you again. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect.
Thank you. Let me lower this window for you, boss. Talk to me.
So, officer explained to me that he saw 2 different moving violations.
Yes, sir.
One was that you went over a solid line.
Initially, we spoke on 1, and then he brought up 2. Yeah.
And then he brought up the other one regarding stopping in front of the mother.
Which wasn't the case.
Right.
But
the other thing that he said to me,
I told him I smoked marijuana 3 hours ago, right?
Correct.
Told him I gave him my patient card, right? He says, "Oh, do you want to take a field sobriety test?" I said, "No." I said, "If I didn't have this DoorDash, I would have entertained it, right?" Boom. Then he comes back. He says, "I have to take it." I said, I don't have to take it. I said, you're telling me you're trying to help me out. I don't need no help. I smoked weed my whole life before it was legal. You see what I'm saying? Now that it's legal, I'm a patient. I have anxiety. Like, that's my PTSD. So it's like, you can't sit here and try to act like you're going to get a case on me when you don't have nothing. If you're going to give me the tickets so I could go. But don't have me sitting here in the middle of a DoorDash. You're harassing me. I told him I come up and down Lancaster every night. Like, literally for 3 months, I've been DoorDashing out here. Money is good. It's not like you had to go in an apartment building and stuff like that. I have my own company.
I see that, yeah.
Legitimate license and insurance. I pay insurance. I got $3 million coverage. I have a daughter who's 3 years old. Like, I'm not out here fucking with y'all. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not a shooter. I'm not somebody that's, no, I'm 33 years old. I'm grown. I made my mistakes in life, and I'm just out here trying to DoorDash. And I just feel like he's harassing me. And I don't think that's okay because I didn't do nothing wrong. So if he gonna give me a ticket, then he could just give it to me. But I don't want to take a test. I'm in the middle of a DoorDash. Maybe tomorrow I'll take it for y'all.
All right. But you do understand the legitimacy of the stop, correct?
Yeah, I just don't understand the legitimacy of having to get out my car and take a sobriety test when I first told him no. That's all, Sarge. You know that's not right.
Regarding the marijuana, you said you have a medical marijuana card?
Yeah.
Did you provide that?
I gave him everything.
Okay. In what manner do you ingest marijuana?
I smoke it, and I told him I smoked like 3 hours ago. He says, oh, well, you could... He says the legal amount is 4 hours. I said, there's no legal time on weed. He's telling me 4 hours. I got him on camera saying 4 hours, bro. 2 drags is not going to last me 4 hours. Like, I wish I was high right now. I could have been chilling like this.
You do know you're not supposed to smoke it, though, right?
What you mean? They sell it as a leaf. So you put it on a bowl. You see what I'm saying? So in the end of the day, no matter how unjust it is, how are you trying to get me telling me that
I'm not saying that you are. What I'm saying is the manner in which you're taking it.
Now we're just getting into another topic. You see what I'm saying?
I don't see any indicators of impairment on you.
Me neither.
I don't see any with your eyes.
Me neither.
However,
I had a light in my face for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I asked him to turn it off. He said no. Like, he's being rude, and I just don't think it's okay. And I know y'all job. You still got a flashlight in my face when I already have a flashlight in my face. And it's like, I want to respect y'all job. Like, I respect authority so much that I'm a law-abiding citizen. So for me to sit here, like I said, any other time or even drinking, I get it. But come on, bro, I've been doing this for too long. Like, I know my rights, brother. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here, wasting y'all time. I just don't want to make a show. I got to make sure I'm safe. I know them cameras don't only go but so far, so I gotta record, I put my keys on the dash. What I say, officer, look, my keys on the dash. Like, I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying, like, if y'all gonna give me the tickets, cool. Like, I understand. But to try to do all that, ask me, and now try to bully me.
The only reason why we're still here you're talking is because you keep talking to me.
All right, say no more. Thank you.
To finish the traffic stop, we can more than welcome to
That's
do
fine.
that.
Well, I don't want to get out and do no tests.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarge. Like, come on, bro. I know my rights. Fuck all that. Sarge no. Sarge telling him now, if you don't want to get out, leave him the fuck alone. Fuck you bothering for?
Sir, here's your information back, all right? Your driver's license and your medical marijuana card in there.
Okay.
All right, so I'm not giving you a ticket. I'm giving you what's called a faulty equipment notice, okay?
What that mean?
So basically, that gives you 2 weeks to provide the corrections I need made, all right? So basically, you gotta take that license plate cover off, so that way your license plate is viewable, okay?
So you're saying it's not viewable, so I'm gonna step out and look at this real quick. Thank you.
Yep.
Because now he's saying my license plate not viewable. You can move that light, please. Thank you. You don't have to put the light.
No, I'm doing it.
You don't have to put the light, sir, because you don't have a
if you're
flashlight.
gonna argue, you can get back in your vehicle.
Listen,
all right?
excuse me. So I'll cover the light. I have 2 lights that work. He's trying to flash it. I don't know what. So I don't know. That's his high beam. I don't know how he can't see it. The tail light, what?
Sir,
you said the tail light was out.
In your vehicle.
I'm asking what was wrong.
It's not out. Did you see the cover on there?
The license plate.
The license plate's not allowed to be covered like that.
So it's not supposed to be covered with this because you say you can't see it. That's what you say?
Yeah. You drove past me, I couldn't see it.
You couldn't see it when I drove
Now
past.
I can't rate it. Sir, get over here. Go back in your vehicle.
Sir, I'm not being detained. You don't have to rush me like that. How am I still detained for a moving violation?
I'm not
Do you want your sergeant to come back out, sir?
It doesn't matter. Get back in your
What
vehicle.
you mean it doesn't matter?
You're supposed to listen to me.
I'm supposed to listen. Sir, I was getting a recording. I was getting a recording of my license plate. Look at him. Bucking up.
Get back in your vehicle.
Because he's mad. Look at him. Because I'm detained, right?
Yes, you still are.
I'm still detained.
Yes.
Look at him.
Right? So you have 2 weeks to take that off and provide proof that you took it off. They also did not provide me insurance. So
I didn't give you insurance. You just gave me my insurance registration and my.
That's your registration and your paper.
Bro, you never said my insurance wasn't in the paperwork. When did you say my insurance wasn't in the paperwork? Because it's right here. We're not doing that. So
well,
you
I
not.
already wrote it. So
listen, bro.
all you gotta do is take a
listen,
picture
we
of
not
it.
doing that. We not doing that. Look.
Take a picture of it.
Insurance. He did not want it.
I
got it right in his face.
When you go back to your video, you'll see it.
Look at his face.
You can email this at fen@lowerman.org.
He mad. He mad because he wanted to come in my car. And I ain't let him. Look at him.
Take a picture, all right?
Yeah, I know. He might. Yep. Bye. Have a good one. Yep. Be
Be
safe. Be safe. 30 minutes for 35 minutes for a traffic stop.
This is why knowing your rights matters, especially when you're calm isn't enough to stop an unlawful escalation. Just because you say no doesn't mean they won't try to twist your words or your patience. Stay respectful, stay firm, and above all, stay informed. Like and subscribe if you believe the badge should never outweigh the Bill of Rights.